was yesterday that all this happened.
Okay, so I'll go
Thank
first.
you,
I'll
Mr.
talk,
K,
I'll
for
talk
being
first.
an amazing
Yeah,
math
I'll talk
teacher.
first. I'll say stuff first and then you say stuff.
I would like to thank you, Columbus Academy. Thank you, Columbus Academy.
Okay, I want to thank Mr. Kegelmeyer for being like my main teacher and being so nice to our class, and he's a really good teacher, and in middle school our class is going to miss him a lot.
Thank you, Miss Spring. Thank you, Miss Ramsey. And Miss Ramsey.
And Miss Ramsey.
You've been really nice to us. You helped me.
You've helped me with what, math.
You helped me with social studies. You helped me to be more responsible.
More
and
organized.
Thank you, Mr. G, for having us do those awesome alphabet aerobics raps, and that was really fun. And thank you for being like the coolest teacher in town. And thank you, Mrs. Sinclair, for being like the best teacher ever and helping me with a lot of things this year. Thank you.
I also would like to thank Miss Taglia, Mr. Gardner, and Miss Barron, and Miss Zane, and Mrs. Hildahl.
Thank you, Mr. G, for making class always fun and and doing alphabet aerobics with us and raps. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. K, for always making class challenging but fun.
I would like to also thank Miss Ramsey, Mr. O'Connor, and Miss Figlet. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. G.
I would also like to thank Mr. O'Connor for being the best teacher he could and ever will be.
Thank you, Mr. K, for being the best teacher and for teaching me so many things.
Thank you, Mr. K, for being an amazing teacher, and you helped me learn a lot and helped me get a lot of courage built in me.
Thank you, Miss Spring, for helping me become a better student.
Yes.
And Mr. C.
Yes, and Mr. C. And Miss Taglia.
And
all my
Sinclair.
teachers.
Mrs. Sinclair.
All my teachers in the school. Thank you
Especially
all the
Mrs.
teachers.
Burr.
She was awesome.
I also want to thank every teacher that I had in lower school because, yeah, they've taught me a lot and been so nice to me and put up with me, which is hard to do.
Thank you, Mrs. Burr, for helping me. And thank you, Mrs. Altier, for being a nice teacher. Thank you, Miss Black, for being the best second grade teacher. Thank you, Miss Say, for being my best first grade teacher. Miss Paulson and Miss Boaz, I love you guys. Third grade, Miss Taglia, you're the best. Fourth grade, Miss Spring, I love you. Mr. G, you were my assistant third grade teacher. You're the best. Miss Fullwood, I love you. Thank you for all my teachers for helping me and making me have fun while I learn. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Crane, for always being there for me.
Okay. Thank you for all of my teachers. Thank you for my teacher in first grade, Mrs. Klug, and in second grade, Mrs. Black, third grade, Mrs. Burr, and now in fourth grade, Mrs. Lancia. They all helped me become a better person, and I am really happy. I've made lots of friends, and I just want to say thank you for being kind to me and helping me learn some things that I probably wouldn't have learned without them.
I want to thank Mrs. Griffin for teaching me a lot about science, my favorite thing in the world. I also want to teach Mrs. Brink for teaching me spelling, history, and math. I also want to thank Mr. C for teaching us all about art, and I also want to thank Mr. Worsler for teaching us the physical education.
Thank you, Miss Burr, for being a good third grade teacher. And thank you, Mrs. Altier, for being the best fourth grade teacher. And Mr. J for being really cool. And Mr. G. Thank you, Mrs. Burr, for being a good awesome third grade teacher. Thank you to Mrs. Sinclair for being an awesome fourth grade teacher. And thank you to Mr. G for being really nice. And my first and second grade teachers, Miss Simmons and Miss Yasko, and Miss Barron and Miss Lester. Oh, one more. Miss Hilda, you're the best. I'm so happy you had a baby. Miss Tagley, you're pregnant. I love everyone. Yay. Mr. G. He's the best. He's the man. Like the bomb. He's the bomb. That's what I was going to say.
Thank you, Mr. K, for being an amazing math teacher and a great teacher and being so nice. And you teach us so much great stuff and you make us feel so great about ourselves. Thank you for always helping me in math when I'm confused on the homework.
Thank you, Mr. Horsley, for always doing fun games in PE and encouraging us while we're running track. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. C, for doing fun stuff in art.
Thank you, Mr. Yasko, for teaching me how to swim.
Thank you, Mr. C, for being an awesome art teacher.
Thank you, Miss Penny, for being a great teacher.
Thank you, Mr. C. We really appreciate you being our art teacher. And you are the best art teacher I've had out of 4. You're awesome. Yeah, you are very awesome.
Thank you, Mrs. Hopping, for being a great teacher. Thank you, Mr. O, for being another amazing teacher. Thank you for Mr. K. You guys have all helped me be a great student and helped me grow as a student.
Thank you to Mrs. Black for being a great second grade teacher because she was always so fun. And then thank you, Mr. K, because this is his last year teaching and he made a really great class.
I want to say thank you to Ms. Chavaria for being a fun teacher and helping all of her students grow together. And thank you, Mr. K, for just being a really great teacher. And we've had a lot of fun with you.
Thank you, Mrs. Newman, for being a great teacher. And always bringing back stuff from kindergarten and how fun it was to have you as a teacher. Boy, does it feel like that was just yesterday.
And every teacher in lower school, pretty much, yeah.
Thank you, Columbus Academy.